is on counting coins. So yesterday we learned about the quarters. And last Friday we learned about the pennies, nickels, and dimes. So today we're going to be practicing counting those coins. So again, our essential question is, how can I count and use money? So that's what we're going to be working on throughout this lesson and throughout this chapter. We have 2 lessons today with this robo guide. This is the part 1, and then there's also part 2. So I want you watching and learning. This first one's going to be a review, but the second one will be actually counting the money. Okay? Brooke, would you shut the door, please, in case those kids come in and are a little loud?
Hey kids, how are you guys doing today? Great. Hey, I recently got a job mowing lawns for this park. I started to earn some money, and I was wondering if you could help me learn about money so I will know how much I am earning. Can you guys help me with that? Thanks, guys. Okay, let's go over to the table and look at some coins and see if we can make sense of it. Here on the table we have a golden diamond ring. On the right we have a big rock. Which one of these objects is bigger, the diamond ring or the rock?
Which one? Rock. The rock.
Yeah, the rock is totally bigger. Now can you tell me which one of these objects is worth more money?
What is it, guys? The ring.
I heard someone say the diamond ring is worth more money. But how? The rock is so much bigger. Yeah, the diamond ring is definitely worth more than the rock though. Even though the ring is smaller, it is still worth more than the rock. And did you notice there is only one diamond ring and one rock? So even though there is only one of each of them has a different value. Let's look at some coins now, and I will show you what I mean. This coin is called a penny. A penny is worth only 1 cent. The word cent is used when talking about coins. This is the cent symbol. Okay, let's use our tens blocks to compare the worth or value of this coin. The penny is only worth 1 cent, as we see here. This next coin is called a nickel. A nickel is worth 5 cents. These 5 ones blocks represent the value of this nickel. So the penny is worth 1 cent, and the nickel is worth 5 cents. Our next coin is smaller than the nickel and the penny. But just as we learned with the ring and the rock, the size is not important. This coin is called a dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. We can see this with one of our tens blocks. This tens block has 10 blocks in it, so it represents the dime. So the penny is worth 1 cent, the nickel is worth 5 cents, and the dime is worth 10 cents. Our last coin is called a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. To show 25 cents with our blocks, we would need 25 blocks, right? So to get 25 blocks, we need 2 tens blocks and 5 ones blocks. This set of tens blocks represents a quarter. So we have our penny that is worth 1 cent, our nickel that is worth 5 cents, our dime that is worth 10 cents, and last of all, our quarter that is worth 25 cents. Okay. Can you tell me which coin is worth more, the dime or the quarter?
What is it, guys?
25.
The quarter. Yep.
The quarter is worth more. We can see that the dime is worth 10 of these blocks, and the quarter is worth 25 of these blocks. A quarter is worth more than a dime. Which coin is worth more here, the nickel or the dime?
What do you guys think? Dime.
The dime is worth more. Good job. The dime is worth 10 cents, and the nickel is worth 5 cents. 10 is more than 5. Let's look at one more. Here we have the penny and the nickel. Which coin is worth more?
Five.
Good job. The nickel is worth more than the penny. The penny is worth 1 cent, and the nickel is worth 5 cents. Since each of these coins has a different value, there are many ways to add these up. For example, I am getting paid 25 cents to mow this lawn. Let's look at some ways I can get paid 25 cents. Here are a couple of ways we can get 25 cents. We are using the blocks to help us. Here we have 2 tens blocks and 5 ones. These two tens blocks can each be dimes since they both represent 10. The 5 ones can represent a nickel since a nickel is worth 5 cents. Together we have 20 cents in dimes and 5 cents with a nickel, which makes 25 cents altogether. Great job, guys. The next group we are looking at has 1 tens block and 15 ones. So we could represent the tens block with a dime, and the 15 ones could all be pennies. Adding the dime and 15 pennies gives us 25 cents. There are many ways to do this, and we just looked at 2, but you can do so many more on your own. Thanks for helping me learn the basics of money, guys. I really appreciate it. I have to get mowing now, so I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
All right, we got one more, part 2. And this one is actually going to work on counting the money.
Oh my gosh, he's in
Your
a
help to
go-kart.
get through this racetrack. To get past checkpoints along the way, we will need to solve some problems using our knowledge of coins. Let's go over to the starting line and get ready. Before we get started, let's review the value of these coins. This coin is called a quarter, and it is equal to 25 cents. This next coin is called a dime, and it is equal to 10 cents. This coin is called a nickel, and it is equal to 5 cents. The last coin is called a penny, and it is equal to 1 cent.
Mason,
We will
is that
need
your
to
desk?
remember
Nope,
these
not your
values
desk.
as we get to each checkpoint. Okay, let's get ready. On your mark. Get set, go!
Did it just fast one?
All right, we're at our first checkpoint, and here's the problem we have to solve. Here we have some coins, and we need to count them to get past this checkpoint. When we count money, it is a good idea to start counting the coin with the most value. Here we have a quarter, a dime, and 3 pennies. Which of these coins has the most value?
Which one, guys?
The quarter has the most value,
Quarter. Good
and we
job.
know it is worth 25 cents. Now we have a dime and 3 pennies left. Which one is worth more, the
Which
dime or the pennies?
Dime. Good
The
job.
dime is worth more, since it is worth 10 cents. We know that each of these pennies is worth 1 cent, and there are 3 of them, so we know these pennies are worth 3 cents. So we have,
Okay, can you guys figure out in your head how much money is here?
36.
What do you think, Carson?
46?
Nope.
I mean,
Riley?
35.
Nope. John?
I got my answer. 36.
Nope. Raylan?
38.
38. 25 plus 10 is 35. 36, 37, 38. So those 4 of you that got it wrong, see what you did wrong?
5 plus 10 plus 3. Adding this up might seem hard, but we can do it by breaking it down into smaller parts. To start, let's just add the 25 and the 10 together. So 25 plus 10 is 35. Now we just need to add the 3, so 35 plus 3 gives us 38. The answer is 38. Great job. We have 38 cents. Okay, let's move on. We are at another checkpoint and we need to solve another problem to get past. Here we have a gift that costs 16 cents. We have some coins and we need to get exactly 16 cents to buy this gift. How can we get 16 cents using these coins?
All right, raise your hand if you know.
10.
How can we get 16 cents to buy that gift? Libby, what do you think we could do? What coins could we use? Libby, what do you think we could use? Can we use the quarter? No, can't use the quarter because that's 25. That is way over. So what could we use, Libby? Yeah. The dime is 10. The penny would give us 11. Not the quarter. The nickel. Yep, the nickel would be 5 more. So let's think about it this way. The dime is 10. The nickel would be 5. That'd be 15. And then the penny would give us 1 more, which would be 16. Good job.
Well,
Oh,
well, we do not want to use the quarter because it is worth 25 cents, and that is too big to get exact change. Let's start with the dime. We have a dime that is worth 10 cents, but we still do not have 16 cents. What other coins can we use to get the 16 cents?
yeah, we've already figured it out. So just
If you said the nickel and the penny, you are correct.
Yeah,
We now have 10 plus 5 plus 1, which equals 16 cents. Great job, guys.
You have the 1 to the 5, it's 6. We have 10, and 6 to 10, it's 16.
Okay, we are at our last checkpoint, and this problem is a little bit harder. We have a candy bar here that costs 67 cents. On the right side, we have a bunch of change. Do we have enough change to buy this candy bar?
Yes.
all right, let's look.
We probably.
All right,
Yes.
let's count this as a group. How much is the quarter, guys?
25.
And then we have all these 3 are dimes, so those are 10. So let's count by 10 after 25. Ready? 25, 35, 45, 55. Now stop. These are nickels, they're 5. So we're at 55 plus 5 would be 60, 65, 66. These are 1. 67, 68, 69. Do we have enough money?
Yes. Too much money.
Yep. We're over by 2 cents.
Sit it and look at this. Now that you have looked at it, let's go through it together. First, we look at the coin with the biggest value, which is the quarter. This is worth 25 cents, so we put down the 25. Now we move to the dime, which is worth 10 cents. How much are these dimes worth?
10.
30 cents. Great job.
What?
Next, we have 2 nickels. How much are these 2 nickels
All
worth?
together.
All together. Yep.
10 cents. Great job again. Last of all, we look at the pennies. How much are these pennies worth?
2 more minutes.
4 cents. Great job. So we have 25 plus 30 plus 10 plus 4.
So we can add or we can count on. And what we were doing was counting on. And a lot of times that's the, Brooklyn, that is the easiest way in 2nd grade is to count on. I know we're adding, but it's hard to add all these numbers. So if you can count on, that's a better strategy.
To add these together can be tricky, so I think we will count on to find the
Count
answer.
on.
Looking at the quarter, we have 25 cents. Now to count on using our dimes, we count by 10. We have 35, 45, 55. So the quarter and the dimes added together give us 55 cents. Now we have the nickels to count, so we will count by 5s. So 55 plus 5 is 60, and another nickel gives us 65. We just have the pennies left, and they are easy to count. So we get 66, 67, 68, 69. Great job, guys. Okay, we have 69 cents in all, and the candy bar costs 67 cents. So do we have enough money to buy the candy bar? Yes, we do have enough money. All right, guys, let's finish this race.
Bang, bang, bang. Hey, watch it.
Woohoo! All right, thanks for all your help, guys. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Okay, so we're going to practice this skill. So what I would like you to do is
Pass out.
you are going to come over in a minute and find your bucket of coins. Now some of you have fake coins because you didn't bring real coins at the beginning of the year. So like LEA never brought coins, so then she has fake coins. Charlotte though brought real coins, so you can hear the difference. Hers are real. So the fake ones are a little bit lighter. The real ones are heavier because they're actually metal. And so they're in her bucket. Now, you will have 20 pennies, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, and 10 nickels. So that is what you should always have. So 20 pennies, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 10 nickels. Okay? All right. We will not be keeping these in our dust. I know either of you have yours in your dust, but I don't want you to keep them in your dust because they will get lost in some of your messy dust. Okay? So we will keep them in a bucket. Not this one because this one doesn't fit everybody, but I will everybody's. But I'll have you keep them in a bucket. Okay? So I'm going to have Corla, Aria, John, Carson, Ellie, Briley, Mason come over here and get yours first. Tyson, will you pass out the math papers? And then take yours to your desk. No, keep going. I want it to keep going, okay? Because they got to do this too. Quickly, take it and go back to your desk. Okay, Charlotte, Lewis, Raylan, Addie, Kinsley, Libby, Tyson, Brooklyn.
We're on the wheel.
LEA, sorry, I missed you, honey.
I think I have real money.
Why are so
I have my dad. I do?
Oh, yeah, I got a real one.
Wait, you got mine?
Oh, I got real one.
No, this is Wow, I wonder if this is mine, because I ran out of quarters pretty quick.
Okay, pass it off.
It's Mercy. I didn't have coins because I didn't have enough at my
Okay, as you get your coins, as you get your coins, you can open them and you can take a few minutes to explore them. We have the radio hands on stuff. I know you guys like to explore, so take a few minutes to explore.
I'm sorting all mine out so it's easier.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm trying to do something.
I have a lot. You got real money. I have that too.
All mine.
Carson, do you get fake, buddy? I got fake. I already got paper. Me want, me got one. Me need one. Oh, we don't do it. I need to organize these. Trying to organize them. Hurry. Trying to do that flip, like that goes like with body.
Everything else I have is like
The guy in the middle? Yeah, I have three in my desk.
Oh, we got some nicks down.
That's odd. Count again.
I have more nickels than anything else I have.
At the beginning of the year, it was on the list of school supplies. Yeah, it was on there. You can always bring some, Brooklyn.
Cousin, I did this. I have 2 different weird pennies. They're red.
Okay. Alright, Miss Schaefer's first group. When you come back, I'll give you a chance to explore and sort, and I'll catch you up on what you're missing. Okay, so Mrs. Schaefer's first group, would you quietly just leave your coins on your desk? And go with her. Okay. Okay, let's go to our desk and now, I want you to take your pennies first. Find your 20 pennies. And I want you to to lay them, and I know they might not all lay flat, but if you have it in a pile or a stack, that's fine. But make sure you have 20 pennies. Charlotte was short a penny, so I gave her.
19.
If you're short a penny, make sure you let me know now, because it could happen. So count them and sort them.
First penny and fourth them.
I think I have 22.
Count your pennies. Have you counted them, Raylan?
I got 20. What are you? You're that. What are you? You're that. What are you? You're that. What?
What do you have?
How much big ones I'm supposed to have?
You just forget what you counted?
20 pennies. No, big ones.
Put them here.
20.
Okay, now you have to stack them all again.
To organize.
You're still counting your
I have 26 pennies.
You have 26 pennies?
Yeah, I'm 26.
Well, you have 6.
Oh, you got a lot of pennies.
I'm 7. I'm 5.
Okay, what do you have in your desk? Go to your desk.
I have 27.
John, you haven't been following Mrs. Murphy's directions.
14, 15.
There are your pennies. Put them in this column. Sort them. Lay them right here.
All my pennies.
All right, I see Charlotte has followed my directions. She sorted them. She laid them nicely in this column. Okay.
20 pennies. I got 20 pennies. I have 16
I only have 4.
Weeks. I want to make sure I can say that right.
Let me see.
Can I use it? Okay. Corla, I'm going to use your penny as an example. I want you guys to look on your pennies. I want you to look. On the front of your penny, you should have Abraham Lincoln. On the back of your penny, you should have the Lincoln Memorial. Remember we talked about how Lincoln is in that little memorial? And today, a little bit later, I will let you, Carson, I would like you to stop talking while I'm talking. Later on, after our math lesson, we have a problem. Mrs. Murphy, oh, no, sorry. I thought I put them over there. The problem is Mrs. Murphy forgot to put them over there. I have 2 little magnifying glasses, and after the math lesson, when you get done, I only have 2, so that's why I'm going to let you take turns. I'll have some pennies out, and you can look at the back of the penny, and you can see if you can see Lincoln in there, but you need a magnifying glass because he's super, super tiny.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay? You can hold your penny up now to with your eyes and see if you can see it, but he is super tiny.
Yeah, he's like.
Okay? Now, when I want to back a Corliss penny, she has a penny that doesn't have the Lincoln Memorial. It is called a wheat penny. And it's still a penny, but it's just called a wheat penny. So they designed it a little differently. Does anyone have a penny that is designed differently than Abraham Lincoln's Memorial or the wheat penny? What do you think? I've asked you not to talk when I'm talking.
Yeah.
Okay, Kinsley,
I have 2 that are different.
what are they? Can I see? Okay. Wow, can I borrow yours? Can we put them over there on the counter too? So, Kinsley, and Kinsley, I'll make sure you get these back. Kinsley has one that has the shield on the back.
Yeah.
And Raylan has one with a shield.
I have multiple.
And she also has another one. And I'm not even sure who is on the back of this one. It looks like someone's sitting on a log fishing. And reading, oh, they're reading a book too. They are. So I am not even sure about this penny. So Kinsley, I'm gonna put these over here so your friends can look at it.
And I'm 1 penny short.
You could have that, but not this one. It's not in your desk.
I'm 21.
Okay. Anyone have a different penny? What do you think, Raylan?
I also have the shield, but I have like this cabin. I have a cabin on the back.
You have a cabin on the back of yours?
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Yeah, he does. I see it.
Okay, Mrs. Murphy, see it, and then we'll put it on the counter.
Yeah.
Shield ones.
I have a lot of shield.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know what it is.
Can I just switch with you for right now? Okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna switch with Ali, Tyson, Bliss, you are
flipping a coin. 10.
I was one short.
Okay.
And I was 10. I get it wrong, so I'll get all my
Now,
pennies.
this one Raylan found has a log cabin on the back. And I am not sure, I would think maybe it's Abraham Lincoln's childhood home. I'm not sure on this one. But as you can see, they also have different penny designs on the back of them. So back here, later on, you can explore the pennies with the magnifying glasses, because you might need them. Okay, now, any other different pennies? Raylan?
It was a quarter.
We're not there yet, okay? Now, you should have your 20 pennies here. And if you have the fake money, you probably won't have any different designs because they just do one design. Now, find your nickels and you should have 20 nickels.
I only have 16 pennies.
You only have 18 pennies?
She could have some of those.
She's got real, or she's got fake money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
16 pennies, right?
I have 16.
I only have 9.
16. I have 16 pennies.
I got 9. I got 9 dimes.
I only have 16 pennies. You're a lot. I know. Yeah, look at that. Look at these.
I mean,
Where's your nickels? Put them in the cone. They want us to sort them on the paper.
I can't wait to get to
2,
quarters.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
I can't wait to
12,
get to the quarters.
13,
I have something
14,
really
15, 16.
Look at all my
Hand out when I asked you if you had 20. You didn't lay these out. You didn't tell me you didn't have 20.
No, but 10
I have 2.
Okay. You should have, going down in the column now, your 10 nickels. And I'm looking to see who is following directions. Lewis is. These are the columns. See how I'm putting the pennies here where they want us to put them? There you go. Now put your nickels in. We'll have some on your paper too.
Dang it, my nickels
Okay, does anybody not have 20 nickels? What do you have, Kinsley?
I only have 10.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I had that wrong. I think it's 10 nickels. I'm sorry, 10 nickels.
You said 20, then
20
10,
pennies,
then
10 nickels. Does anyone not have 10 nickels? Okay, all right. So, remember on the nickels, we have, what do you have? Well, Charlotte found one on the floor and she gave it to you. Did you put that in your file? And you have one underneath your paper. That's a quarter. Oh, you do have 10. Okay. Yeah, okay. Good thing you double checked. Okay, so on the nickels, we just basically have his face is a little different on the nickel. And that's the only thing that's changed on the nickel, really. It's just his face. One face, we have the side profile, and in one place, we have his full profile of his face. Okay? All right, now we're on the dimes. You should have 10 dimes. Will you please check them and put it in the column going down?
10 dimes.
10 dimes. So we have 10 nickels and 10 dimes.
And 25.
That looks really nice.
How much dimes? 10 dimes?
yes, 10.
Okay, I have
These are
10.
nickels.
And I have 4.
Those are right here, Hank. 2, 4, 6.
I have 4.
Yes.
Okay, I have 4 of these. And I have 3. What? 10 of these.
I have 3 different
I
quarters.
don't know what pennies I have.
Yeah, my quarters are.
Everybody has 10 back here? Awesome.
I can't see
Hey,
them.
does anyone not have 10
Can't see it. Hey, Miss Monkey. See, the fake pennies don't have the little guy.
No, they don't today.
So what I was saying, and see them have it.
You have 8 dimes. Okay, I think everybody has 10 dimes except for Ellie. I'm going to give her 2 more because she's short too. All right, now the last one we should have is what we learned yesterday, the quarters. You've got 4 quarters. So lay down your 4 quarters.
That's why I shook up my penny.
I heard you could fly.
Okay, my friends are coming back. You are just in time. My second group that goes to the Schaefer's, you're not going because she has an issue. That was our vocabulary word. She has an issue right now that she has to work with another student with. So you could probably hear the first grader. Okay, so if you just came back, we're sorting our money. We just got done with our pennies. So I wanted to make sure you have 20 pennies. And what you're going to do, Brooklyn, Libby, Ingrid, Aria, and Briley, is you're going to lay your 20 pennies here. And make sure you have 20. And Mrs. Murphy will write it up here, just as a reminder. So 20 pennies. Aria, lay your pennies out on your sheet, okay? And then make sure you have 10 nickels, and 10 dimes, and 4 quarters.
Can I help Alia?
Sure. Just wait, we'll get you in a minute.
Where have to write down? Mine are so different.
Are your quarters?
Yeah, I have 3 different ones. Mine are not even the same.
Yeah. 2 are same, 2 same, 2 different.
Can I get my different quarters? What do you want? What's the closest place? This one real money.
Maybe. No, me and Charlotte are like even to you.
This is a centennial.
Yeah, I have that one.
It's like a 10.
Actually, if I get up here, I'm closer.
Oh, I had the big one.
I'm closer to Raylan.
No, Arya is. No, I
One in there.
Oh, I want to do it so bad.
Daddy.
I got like a Minute Man and like a...
No, Tatum.
Right
I have like a man playing a drum and a tiger. They're like shit. Wait, what? Yeah, I shipped on the back of my horse.
Yeah.
And a tiger and a man playing a drum. You have to show me one. I have all kinds of
I don't know why money's falling.
Yep.
Mine's the eagle that I heard eagles could fly. This is the day it's gonna fly.
Very cool.
On.
Okay, now,
Please be eagle.
we know everybody should have theirs almost sorted. We should know at the back of our quarters, we have just the American eagle, the bald eagle, or we know we should have our state quarters. There is, though, a different quarter than the American eagle one or the state one. If you found another one, would you please raise your hand and look at these 3 that have been waiting so quietly. Braylon, what do you have?
So I have 2 eagles, but I have like a guy holding a gun. Something that looks like Texas.
Okay.
Like Massachusetts.
Okay, those are state quarters.
And then I have like one that says wilderness and it's like mountains and trees.
Okay, just a second. I'm gonna look at that one in just a minute, but I'm gonna pull up the one that you were first talking about real quick.
Massachusetts.
Nope. I think this, let me pull it up here. Hold on.
Can I push that?
So Raylan, is this the one that you found right here?
No.
No, that's not the one?
I have that one. I
Okay.
have that one.
Okay, so this is the one I thought Raylan was talking about, but this is the one that these 3 kids have. So this one is called, they call it a silver bicentennial quarter. So it kind of represents our country and their birthday. Okay, so it's kind of like a memory of our country and their birthday and our freedom. Raylan, can I see the one that you had?
Oh, mine's the guy holding a gun.
That's Massachusetts. That's the state quarter. It says Massachusetts.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want the state quarters. We've already talked about the state quarters. Okay, I'll come bring those to you. It's not that one. So, I don't want the state quarters. We talked about those yesterday.
Well, unless there's a state called Wilderness.
Where?
There's not. I also love that. And I didn't see anything.
Do you have the right amount?
Yeah, this one is a cool quarter. It says River of no
Massachusetts.
return. I've never seen that quarter.
Miss Murphy,
Have you guys seen that one?
No.
let me see.
No, I'm gonna put it over there to be fair. So Raylan, can I just switch? I have quarters in my pocket. I have money in my pocket. Guess what? When I teach money, Mrs. Murphy always has money in her pocket. Guess what?
I've never seen that.
I will do.
You never seen a teacher with that money in her pocket? Well, that's even. There, see, I just found some different quarters in my pocket too. It's crazy.
Red one.
Here, there's Nevada.
And
I'll
it's
switch it
brown
in a minute.
Nevada.
Okay, so Raylan found one. It's called the Wilderness River of No Return. So that's just another quarter. And then Mrs. Murphy just found out. I gotta look at the light here. That there's another one, just like Raylan's. It says Salt River Bay. And I'm not sure. This is a 2020 quarter. So how old is this one? Not even a year, maybe a year. So we even have some different quarters besides our state quarters. And then this one is the British Surrender quarter.
What is that?
Wow. And this
They
one,
might be making another one.
isn't that crazy how many
British
different quarters there
Surrender.
You
are?
gotta look
What
up
date
all
was
the
that?
quarters.
That one was 2015.
What the
Then I know, no clue.
So, as you can see, we have state quarters, but we also have some other quarters. Addie.
I have our state quarter, then I have some ships,
Yeah.
and then I have a bear holding a fish in its mouth.
Do you think that's a state quarter too? Because some of them you can barely see the states.
It's a state quarter.
Oh, okay. If it's a state quarter, we won't worry about it, but is there any others that don't say a state on there?
Here's a lion.
Yep, that one's Alaska. That's a state.
Yeah, then
I can make
I want to go to
I
Alaska.
have one that has a ship, jet, and like a.
That's Florida. There's a Florida one.
Yeah.
Jet is.
Mrs. Nagel, you want to see what that one is?
It's Florida, and I have that one at home.
Yeah, it's Florida. Yeah, some of them are so, it's so hard to see some of them.
I have that one at home.
Okay.
I got a North Dakota at the moment.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
I have North Dakota.
What do you have?
Big eight.
I can do magic trick with it says 1845.
Ingrid, what do you have?
It was bad. It was probably during
West Virginia
Wait.
and New Hampshire.
1845.
It was made in 2004.
All right, one last thing. Ingrid just found,
Yes.
she has one more different one, and this one says, it is the Shenandoah. I think that's the Shenandoah Valley, I believe. And so another different quarter, that's not a state quarter. So I'm gonna put that one over here, I traded with Ingrid, so thank you, Ingrid. Okay, now, as you can see, there's lots of different tails of the quarters. However, the head has stayed the same. They've changed the back, and the reason why they changed the back is sometimes to remember something, to celebrate something, or to celebrate our state. Okay? Question, Addie.
At home, I have like this like huge thing of a bucket of coins, and then I have another one behind my mom's door,
Yeah.
and then it's like this bin for like cow feed. Then it's like huge, and then it has so much coins in
Doesn't
it.
have a lot of coins in there.
I don't know what it was like.
Okay, now what we're going to do, guys, for our lesson today is I'm going to put up here, and I accidentally exited out. I'm going to put up here some points, and I want you to clear off your maps. So look what I just said. I cleared off Carson's map, and I put his coins off to the side. And what I want you to do instructions. So I'm going to have you take it. I'm going to call this your worksheet end. So this should be empty, and you're on the front. We're going to do some practice counting before we go on the inside. The first thing they want us to do is a quick check. They want us to take some around the front. They want us to take 3/4. So lay out 3/4 on your mat. And Mrs. Stewart and I and Mrs. Nagel are going to see who's following directions, and I'm going to put them up. 3/4 on your mat. Thank you, Tyson, for following directions.
I got 3/4.
Okay, so I'm going to go up here so I can do your 5 in a minute. 3/4. Lay them out. 3/4 on your mat.
We're on the front.
I was already on the front.
I know. Get 3/4 and lay them out here. 3/4.
2, 3. Okay. Oh, I just, second graders, I was looking with my eyes. Don't tell me with your mouth. Because those of you that I could see that were quietly putting the 3/4 where I asked you, I put a few up. You don't need to tell me, Brooklyn.
I don't need heckles. It didn't say
Okay?
anything.
Now, with your quarters, we're going to start and you're going to touch one and we're going to count them together just like we did yesterday with quarters. Okay, let's touch one and let's start with 25. Ready? 25, 50, 75. Good. So if we have 3/4, how much money do we have?
75 cents.
75 cents. Good job. All right, clear off your quarters off your mat. And the next one they want us to do is on your mat, put 1/4. And I'm looking to see who's following directions. 1/4. 3 dimes. 1 nickel. And 1 penny. 1/4. 3 dimes. 1 nickel. And 1 penny. Thank you for following directions so nice and quietly. 1 nickel. 1. Okay. Now, as a whole second grade class, we're going to start with our biggest value, which is the quarter. And let's start and count the quarter. How much is the quarter, guys?
25.
Now let's touch our dimes. They're worth 10. So what comes after 25?
35. 45. 55.
Now,
60.
now we have a nickel, so that would just be 5. So that would be 60. 61. So you should have on your mat 61 cents. Good job. Very good. So we just counted 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 61. Okay. A good thing to do, guys, is when you're counting money, if you can do it, put it in order. From largest value to smallest value. Okay, if you can't do that, touch it and count it, or X it off as you count it. Okay, so those are 2 other really good strategies. Okay? All right, can you guys nicely, we'll use these again, I promise. But can you guys put your coins back into their little containers?
I'm gonna quickly organize this.
I want my quarters.
Okay, when you get yours done,
I do need that. That's what
you want the other one back?
Well, I don't need it right now.
In a minute, can you?
Yeah,
Okay, you'll switch and grab it later.
Yeah.
Okay. You want this until you get it though? Just make sure you have 4 quarters. Okay. When you get your money back in, will you put it over here? This is to be our money bucket, okay? bucket.
It'll be a mess up.
I don't care.
Oh, so you're gonna walk the extra mile to get nothing?
I'm still gonna organize the top. How is it everyone not done? I'm organizing.
Don't take too much time because by the time you put it in the bucket, it's gonna get a little mixed up.
I'm doing like big ones first. I'm doing the pennies first.
Hey, Mrs. Murphy's gonna give you a minute. We gotta get going. We have 15 minutes till music. So 1 minute.
That's why I just put them in there, not
Yeah, I just put them in.
John, look. Oh, the gray one. Whose one's not gray?
Actually organizing it.
Especially this one.
That's the.
And then
John, you have any else?
I have the border for me.
Is your name on your paper? I wouldn't worry about organizing it. This is gonna get all messed up.
Okay, this is I don't care.
That just on the.
Yeah, I just.
Nathan, you have money on the floor?
No.
Nathan, money on the floor.
Real money.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Make sure it's on time.
That's a lot. I don't care if I have 30 seconds on. Does that mean 20? Oh my gosh, well, could I share that with a minute with your friends? Yes. You're crazy. I'm just trying to make money.
And I'll make sure to get these back to you, remember. Okay? Hey, 15 seconds. Go. You're going.
I'm almost done.
That almost doesn't count. Or cut it. 10,
Oh, done.
9, 8,
I haven't seen those.
7,
I made it now.
5,
I'm here, Missy.
3,
Move my coffee organized. Don't
Libby, we're not going to do that part. Okay. All right. I noticed that a couple people don't have their names on the front. Make sure you have your name on the front. And then at the bottom of the front, it says the value of the coins is. We're going to skip that because we already did that on the Clever Touch. And we sorted and used this as a work mat. So don't worry about that front part. I won't mark it wrong. Please flip to the guided practice page 496. All right, now, while you guys were finishing up and cleaning up, Corla noticed that she did find 2 more different nickels. And this one has the buffalo on the back and Lewis and Clark ship on this one. So we're going to put those over there for you to look at as well. Okay,
I'm really
now, on the guided practice, to count a group of coins, start with the coin that has the greatest value, count to find the total. So what we're going to do is on this first one, we're going to practice that skill. So I would like you to take your pencil and find the 2 quarters. And I would like you to cross them off. Because that is a good skill when we have a group of money. So we're going to cross up this quarter and this quarter. And I want you to write 25 cents, 25 cents. And if you want to trace that, I know they dotted it.
I'm better doing it myself.
Same.
Yeah, tracing it just gets me in a lot.
Okay, now we have another quarter. 25 plus 25 is 50. So we have 50 cents now. So 2 quarters, 25, 50. Now, what is the next biggest value coin we should count? What do you think, Aria?
10.
The 10, the dime. So cross off the dime, and it is worth 10 cents. And so now I gotta think, if I'm at 50 and I'm gonna count on 10 more,
You better see the green.
what would that be, Lewis? 60. Good job, because 50 plus 10 is 60. Okay, now, after I have the dime, what is the next biggest value coin?
61.
Libby, what do you think? What's left for my coins?
6 penny.
Yeah, what are these coins though?
2 cents.
What are they called? Yeah, I don't have any nickels. Nickels would be the next biggest, but there's no nickels. But Liddy said I had 2 pennies, and they're each 1 cent, which would give us 2 extra cents. Okay, now if we're at 60 and we're going to count on, and we have pennies, which are 1, we'll just count on by 1. So we're at 60, we'll go 61, 62. So our total amount of money in this pile here is 62 cents. Okay, now let's go on to the next one. On this one, we have a pile of coins again. And they kind of lay out the coins, but they didn't have us trace to count on because they want us to figure that out. So, John, what is the biggest value of coins here?
Can I just go up and do it?
Sure, but you have one problem. Big problem. Okay. All right, John. One second. Can I get the pen up really quickly? All right, John. So what is our first coin, John? There it is. What is that, John? You're right. 10 cent, a nickel. We don't have any quarters. So how many nickels do we have, John? 2. So trace that one too. And then can you cross off your 2 nickels? Where's the nickels? Good. Okay, so cross off your 2 nickels. That's a good skill to remember to do. Cross off those ones that you've already counted. Now, John, if you have 2 nickels, how would we write that if we're counting on? Good. 10, 20. Do you want to do the next one?
Dimes.
Okay.
Dimes.
Oh, I just noticed something. Thank you, Mrs. Stewart.
I noticed that.
He didn't cross off the right ones. What did he cross off?
It's for each other.
Did I say the nickels?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, John. I think I told you wrong. And thank you for catching it, Mrs. Stewart and whoever else. I told John to cross off the nickels. Why did I say that when we're doing dimes? So, John,
You told.
I'm sorry. Do the 2 dimes, please. There you go. Now, John, we got to go to the nickels. How many nickels?
Those are quarters.
No, those are nickels.
There's only 1 nickel.
No, look again.
There's like
How many nickels, guys?
3.
3. These are nickels. And that is also a nickel. That's the tail of a nickel. So we have 3 nickels. They're 5 cents each.
I just looked David Foster on the back of this, and I saw George Washington.
Abraham. All right, so John is doing a great job. He said 1 nickel would give us 25, a second nickel would give us 30, and a third nickel would give us 35. You cross off those nickels, John, when you get that 5 better. Oop, you got to figure 30.
Do it.
nickels, John, real quick. Good. Okay, let's change the color though so we can see.
Miss Bradley. It's 35 and 45 and 46.
What do you mean? Say that again, Liz.
Because you have 10 and 20, then it's 25, 35, 45.
You got 10, 20,
Then it's 25, then
25.
35.
No, this is 5. If you did 35, Lewis, that would be adding 10.
Yeah, and you have to start with.
You gotta add 5. So John has it right. 30, 35, 36. And then John, can you put down there 36 cents and cross off your penny?
Oh, it's 30, it's 60, and then all you do is add one more to the 2 and then half, right? This is your answer.
Oh, except for that one. This is right, 25, 35. Good job. All right, thanks, John. Can you go write it on your paper real quick? You already done? Okay, awesome. All right, thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Because I'm going to have to move my paper up and it's going to disappear. So give me a thumbs up. Really high. I want you to do this with us because you have this one wrong.
What one?
That one's wrong. Okay, all right, let's go on to the last one that we're going to do together. Hey, Brooklyn, come on up. All right, Brooklyn is going to start with the biggest value coin. What is that, Brooklyn? The quarter. 25, the quarter. So 25, we're going to start with, we got 1 quarter. Okay, now, Brooklyn, after you got the quarter, what do you have now as your biggest value coin? Nope, not the nickel. The dime. How many dimes do you have? 3. So write your 3 dimes. You can cross them off. Perfect. And then right here, with their 3 dimes is 10. Now this is where some of you are having troubles. Like I can kind of see Carson had troubles with this one. He's going 25, 30. Is that right? No, because you're only adding 5, Carson. 25 plus 5 is 30. We want to add 10. So Brooklyn, can you figure out if I have 25 and I add 10 more? No. We're only changing our 2. We have 2 tens. It's going to go to 3 tens. So it'd be 35. Is that what you have? This is what's wrong right there. 25, 35, because that's 10. Okay, what's after 35, Brooklyn? Brooklyn, what's next? Keep going. 25, 35, 45. 45. 35, 45, 55. We have another dime. That's 50. 55. Now, Brooklyn, can I do one thing real quick? Let's do it black. We have a nickel. There's 1 nickel left. That's worth how much, guys? 5. So Brooklyn, if you're at 55 and you add 5, what would you get? 60, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. And then Brooklyn, time out. You're going 60, and then you're going to add 1 more. Okay, just a second. You don't need to erase. Why are you erasing that? Okay, you need to take your time and do it slowly. Or else I can't have you come up here. If you're going to do it fast all the time. There you go. Now, One more, Brooklyn. You're at 60, and you're gonna add one more. 61. Okay. 61 census total on problem number 2. Look at that again. This whole thing is wrong. Okay. All right, second graders. Listen to directions. We are not going to get to the problem solving or the independent practice today because it's already music time. We're not going to even have time to look at those coins yet. What we're going to do is when I say go, you'll hand in your papers to Matt. I know they're not done. Just wait, we're not going. You'll hand them in so that tomorrow we can finish up. If you need to go to the bathroom or fill up your water bottles, you're going to do it quickly. I'm just wait till everybody's sitting down. And be respectful. At Freckle today, when you guys are working on your math X and Freckle, I will call 2 people over at a time to look at that. So that is not too crowded and everybody will get a chance. Peach? Okay, so when we line up, we're not going to even worry about looking at those now because we don't have time. All right, I'm going to call some people that